Call this morning about 3:45 that our officers was in a vehicle pursuit. The suspect went through Argo, where Argo Chief Bustler and his guys laid spikes. They did spike the car. The car rolled to a stop right there just past Lyles Lane. There was 3 suspects in the car. 2 bailed. The driver and the front passenger bailed out. The guy in the back seat was trying to get out when law enforcement got him and placed him into custody. At that time, Chief Bustler, Springville, and Trustville Police Department was there. DOC with their tracking dogs was there, and we started a track. They had tracked these guys from Lyles Lane all the way to Carrington, and then they turned and started coming back north. They got back to about Glendale Farms, and we lost the track. So we stayed out there just a little bit longer. Then what happened, we just called it. We couldn't find them. The dogs couldn't pick up a track or nothing like that. Then we get a phone call from a citizen in Argo saying, hey, these 2 subjects matching the description that we're looking for was at their house. So we all converged down there. This time it was Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, Trustville, Argo, Springville. Got down there, we put the dogs on the ground, and they hit, and they started running. They were running through the woods back towards Springville. They got right there behind Central Baptist Church, right in there. And one of the suspects was caught by police, and the other one was steadily running through the woods trying to catch up with him. And officers was on right behind him because myself, the chief of Argo, and other off Jefferson County, we were in the woods, and he ran right in front of us, and they finally got him into custody. So all 3 of them's in custody. One of them's got 2 charges, one of them's got 4 charges, one of them's got 5 charges, and they're all in the St. Clair County Jail at this time.
Okay, I know you mentioned you're not releasing the names of those 3 people at this time. What are they being charged with?
I'm not going to say that right now, but there are felonies involved.
Okay, and then I think the big question here people have is why this case ensued to begin.
One of the officers from Springville Police Department seen this vehicle this morning parked at a business, and he goes up there and he tells them to leave while they kept saying they're waiting on a friend. One said he was checking the air in the tire. Well, they left. Well, the Argo officer followed them, and they turned all their lights out. Now they're blacked out, and my Springville officer still following them. He turns his emergency lights on, and they take off. And the speed's reaching like 80-something miles an hour, I believe is what it was. And then that's when Argo officers stepped in, and they threw the spikes. He did hit spikes and just come to a complete controlled roll just right off the road, right past Lyles Lane. That's where they bailed out at.
Any officers, suspects, civilians, anyone injured in this incident?
Nobody was injured. At no time was, and I want to make this clear, at no time was the public in any danger. None. From what I understand, they were all from Birmingham, and that's one of the reasons that we went ahead and called it, and sure enough, they popped up. Like, we called it, and an hour and a half later, maybe 2 hours, they pop up. And Trustville, Argo, and Jefferson County was it still in the area looking, and that's how we got there so fast and got on them.
And I mean, in a situation like this, I mean, you just emphasized, you know, all the efforts from all the surrounding agencies. When someone flees from law enforcement, do you have a message, you know, about? You're
going to jail. Now, thanks to the chiefs of police fleeing officers, we can load that charge on them too. And the thing about it is, Trustville and our department, we all have drones. We had our drones in there that's got night vision, infrared. That helped. The dog teams from Trustville, the dogs from Jefferson County, the dogs from Department of Corrections, their dogs was down here. So we ran these guys from 4 o'clock to about an hour ago, and now they're in custody.
And can you say if they're juveniles or are they adults?
No, I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay. No. And then, did officers find any weapons in the woods?
I'm not going to say that either.
Anything else I didn't ask you want to add or say?
Not at this time. Like I said, this is an ongoing investigation. My investigators My investigators, trustful investigators, we're all Argo. We're all working together, and there's going to be more charges coming. More charges coming. But right now, they're still trying to get all the paperwork done, get everybody situated on what they need to do.
And then I do want to clarify one thing. Early this morning, when this vehicle was parked at this
Business.
this was not during business hours.
No, not at 3:30 in the morning. No. Mm-mm.
And any idea on what they were doing there?
They said they were waiting on somebody.